You spent our child's surgery money on your sister's wedding. I stared at the bills, my palms slightly sweating, yet my mind unusually calm. Diana stood in the kitchen, hands gripping her apron, lips quivering, her eyes filled with anger, grievance, and panic all at once. You always put your sister before us. I almost shouted, my voice slicing through the morning silence like a knife. Diana froze, taking a small step back, wanting to explain, but finding herself unable to speak. Sophie shrank on the high chair, clutching the uneaten mashed potatoes in her hand, her eyes red, a mixture of confusion and fear. Tommy hugged his knees, murmuring softly, "Daddy, when can we go to the hospital?" I clenched my phone, the screen showing the bank transfer confirmation, calculating each step in my mind. The child's surgery fund is safe, Diana is powerless to touch it. She had thought she controlled everything, but at this moment, her incompetence was fully exposed. "Diana, did you really spend Sophie's surgery money on Melissa's wedding?" My voice was low and steady, each word striking the heart like a hammer. She bit her lip, fingers gripping her apron, turning pale, eyes flickering with complicated emotions. I looked at her, feeling the mix of anger and calm in my chest, every second telling me, this time, I will not tolerate it. I was just helping Melissa, she really needed me, we can make it up. Her voice trembled, but there was a hint of stubbornness. Make it up? Do you know this was our daughter's chance to have a normal life? She's been in pain for 2 years. She can't even bite hard bread. You spent her surgery money on wedding dresses and flowers, do you know she suffers every day? I almost shouted. Diana's eyes flickered with anger and grievance, as if searching for a point to strike back. You don't understand family. Melissa has always needed me, she's my family. Family? Family is meant to be protected, not to sacrifice your own child's future. Sophie is your family, you understand that, right? My chest tightened, fingers forming fists, knuckles white. Sophie lowered her head silently, tears streaming down, softly sobbing. The air in the kitchen seemed frozen, the only sounds were the ticking clock and the low hum of the washing machine. Diana gritted her teeth, her voice trembling, you don't understand. Melissa has always been there for me, I just wanted to help her. I stared at her, my gaze cold. You helped her at the cost of our child's health and our trust. Do you understand what that means? She froze, fingers trembling, tears welling up, yet unable to find any justification. The afternoon sunlight softened the kitchen light, but it could not cover the tension in the air. Sophie held my hand tightly, whispering, Daddy, will I be okay? I bent down and gently stroked her hair, Sweetheart, I promise you'll be okay. No matter what happens, we will never let you suffer. Tommy looked up, eyes filled with tears. Mom, will she come back? Will she return the surgery money? I took a deep breath, feeling the tight beat of my heart, exhaling slowly, we'll take care of everything, sweetheart. You just need to trust Daddy. Diana's hands trembled, she wanted to argue but found no words. She stood there, body stiff, staring at me and the children like a trapped animal. I felt the anger inside me but simultaneously analyzed the situation calmly. Every breath, every glance, every movement reminded me, Diana had destroyed herself. She thought she controlled everything, but at this moment, her helplessness was fully exposed. I slowly walked to the window. The sunlight illuminated Diana's anxious expression and the resolve in my heart. I silently decided, no matter how deep past humiliations or suppressed anger were, I must protect the children with calm strategy and make Diana pay for her actions. I remembered my childhood, when my father loved making jokes about me at family gatherings. You'll never meet the family's expectations, he would laugh loudly, making me the punchline. I would lower my head, clutching a tiny toy car, body curled slightly, as if a gust of wind could blow me away. The laughter around me pierced my heart like cold needles. My mother laughed too, her eyes empty, as if I were a negligible part of her life. At that moment, I learned silence and endurance, burying humiliation deep inside. In school, I tried to do everything well, but teachers praised lively children and criticized me for lack of initiative. I secretly wiped tears in the bathroom, clenching my fingers, telling myself, endurance is strength. Each neglect, each belittlement, I transformed into observation and strategy. In college, late nights of assignments, club activities, internships, I tried to prove myself through achievements. But my mother always compared me to neighbors' children. Look at them, so excellent. And you? Deep humiliation and helplessness again, but no one to rely on. Each blow to self-esteem, I silently recorded, promising myself, one day, I would take control. In the workplace, it was no better. Criticism, rejection of projects, colleagues' exclusion, I noted every injustice, comparing and recording. I realized, rashness and complaints were useless, true power is patience, strategy, and calmness. Now, the household repeated the familiar pattern. Diana appeared gentle but put family responsibilities and the children's health secondary, spending our years of savings on her sister's wedding. The familiar helplessness surged, but unlike before, this time, I would not endure. I began to meticulously observe her every move, morning calls, departure times, the slight frown when checking emails. Every expense I recorded, account flows, receipts, nothing escaped. Diana's emergencies were all under my control. I gave Sophie small tasks, arranging toys, organizing books. These seemed trivial but kept her safe and aware of Daddy's control. Tommy curiously watched me handle the banking app. I casually taught him basic financial concepts. In that moment, I knew the trust of my children was my greatest power. I transferred all key savings into accounts only I could control, ensuring Diana could not touch them. Sophie's surgery deposit was safe, and other funds under my command. Each time Diana attempted excuses, diversions, I had a backup plan. At night, I sat in the study, soft light on, Sophie holding a plush bear asleep next door, Tommy quietly flipping through picture books. The wind brushed the curtains, bringing spring's chill. I closed my eyes, simulating Diana's possible reactions, arguments, pleas, manipulations, but she could not touch the surgery plan. I took out my old notebook, recording her spending habits, emotional patterns, interactions with Melissa. Each note was a piece of the revenge puzzle. Past humiliations, workplace blows, life's oppression, all transformed into calm, precise action. Sophie murmured in her sleep, "Daddy, I hope I get better soon." I bent down, kissed her forehead, whispering, "Sweetheart, I promise you'll get better. We won't be hurt." A resolute power surged through me. Past helplessness and anger now crystallized into calm, controllable action. The seeds of revenge were planted, waiting for Diana to expose herself. I drafted concrete strategies. 1. Fund isolation, separate Sophie's surgery money from other family savings, only I can authorize use. 2. 3. Bill collection, record every large expense Diana makes, especially related to Melissa, and print documents. 4. 5. Behavior monitoring, record every outing, call, shopping trip, including time, location, and expressions. 6. 7. Psychological simulation, predict her excuses, evasions, threats, and prepare calm counter-strategies. 8. 9. Child reassurance, maintain stable routines, help them understand surgery and recovery plans to build trust. 10. Every night in the study, surrounded by bills, receipts, and notebooks, I documented Diana's every detail, fingers trembling on the keyboard, slight frowns when checking statements, hesitation in speech. These were foundations for future justice. Sophie asked softly, "Daddy, can I help?" I smiled, "Of course, sweetheart. You just need to listen and take care of yourself and your brother." Tommy nodded, eyes full of understanding. Though young, they understood our family needed calm, planning, and strategy, not impulse. I leaned back, staring at the night sky through the window, sparse stars visible. Diana believed she controlled everything, unaware the real power was in my hands. Late at night, I lit a desk lamp, organizing bills and planning strategies while observing the children's routines. Sophie slept peacefully, Tommy smiled in his dreams. I exhaled softly, feeling unprecedented calm and strength. Revenge does not need shouting or conflict, it requires patience, strategy, calmness, and protection of the children. I was ready. Diana thought I was merely angry, unaware she had fallen into my trap. She still indulged in excitement over Melissa's wedding, muttering the night before, "You'll never understand real family." I quietly sat in the study, light on the bills and notebooks, every expense neatly recorded, her fatal flaw, her self-destructing evidence. The next morning, I took Sophie and Tommy to their grandmother's house. Diana found the house empty, her phone full of missed calls. She rushed into the kitchen, coat still in hand. "You can't do this. The children can't leave me." I walked slowly toward her, steps measured, voice cold. "They can, and they must leave. Diana, you chose Melissa's wedding over your own children." Her face turned red and white, voice trembling. I just wanted to help. I'll pay back." I shook my head, gaze like steel. "You can't repay the harm done to our child, nor undo the destruction of this family." I opened the banking app, showing the remaining funds and transfer records. "Sophie's surgery deposit is safe. The rest is under my control. You cannot touch it." Her eyes widened, fingers hovering helplessly, face paling. She tried to grab the phone, but I gently blocked her. Every move calculated, maintaining calm. I laid out the bills Diana spent on Melissa's wedding on the table. Wedding dress $2,000, flowers $1,500, venue deposit $2,500, totaling $6,000, all spent at the cost of our child's surgery. Diana's lips trembled, voice choked. "She needs me. She's family." I pointed at the bills, voice cold. "Your family is not for sacrifice. You betrayed your child and this family. Do you understand?" She tried to argue, but my calm gaze left her speechless. Fingers trembling, body pinned to the sofa, powerless to move. I sat slowly, voice low. "You thought feelings and excuses could cover everything, but every bill, every choice is recorded. Sophie's surgery is secure. You, however, face only your own fear and incompetence." She knelt beside the sofa, tears wetting her clothes, voice trembling. "Please, give me a chance. I'll make it right." I watched her, voice steady. "Chance? You chose our outcome with your actions. Sophie's surgery is ready. You can only face your own choice." I crouched to meet Sophie's gaze. Her eyes shone with hope. "Daddy, can I have the surgery?" I held her small hand. "Of course, sweetheart. I promise you'll get better." Tommy leaned close, eyes full of trust. Sophie's smile melted the chill in the kitchen, while Diana remained curled on the sofa, her fear and helplessness fully exposed. I turned to her, low voice. "Revenge is not violence or words, it's making you face the consequences. And now, you face your greatest fear, powerlessness." Diana trembled, whispering, I'll pay back. I will." I shook my head. "It's not money you owe, it's trust. Once broken, no sum can repair it." On surgery day, Sophie bit into bread for the first time without pain, her eyes shining. "Daddy, I can eat normally." I held her hand, calm. "Yes, sweetheart, you're finally free." Diana remained isolated at home, fear, despair, and helplessness her immediate consequences. She thought she controlled everything, but now, she was completely alone. I quietly watched the children run in the garden, sunlight gilding their hair. Sophie could eat heartily, Tommy ran freely. The laughter and sunshine became the proof of ultimate revenge, the exposure of Diana's selfishness, and the triumph of the children's happiness. I inhaled deeply, closed my eyes, feeling the wind on my shoulders. Past humiliation and helplessness transformed into calm strength. Revenge was complete, and Diana's trembling and sobbing were the echoes of my precise strategy. I watched Sophie and Tommy, whispering, "We are finally free. I promise, no one can take away your health and happiness." The sunset bathed the garden, the children's laughter was spring's melody. Diana, alone, trembling and sobbing, faced the direct consequences of her actions, while we finally embraced genuine peace and warmth.